What it do, everybody? How y'all out there doing? It's been a long time, folks. I'm back. I'm back. Quiet as kept. I'm back. So I've been going a long time. So welcome to Real Talk for Real Men. I've been going for a long time. So I wanted to come back today to let you guys know that I'm a little bit healthier, a little bit happier, getting better. And so hopefully tonight I just want to touch base with you guys and bring you up to speed. But I got a couple of familiar faces that's already with me. I didn't know who was going to be here with me coming back tonight. But I got my one and only Mick Mac, my partner in crime. What's going on, Mick Mac?
What's going on, Black? How are you?
I'm doing okay, baby. It's been a long day, but I'm here. I'm here.
I
Started from the bottom. Now I'm back. Long ago. How you doing?
I agree. It has been a long day. I'm sleepy.
There you go, but
My
we're gonna try to
brain is
get through it.
my brain is tired.
I understand. So that's what we're gonna bring the audience up to speed on what's been going on. And my brother, man, I love this dude. This is my brother, y'all, and y'all gonna understand as I get into this why I say that. Brother Kenny, what's going on, my man?
What's going on, my brother from another mother, as I
Yes,
say? How you
sir. Yes,
doing?
sir.
And look at that pretty lady in the middle. Oh, we just done
Oh,
made us a we done made us an Oreo cookie on the
I'm
first
trying to
show
tell
back.
you. I'm trying to tell you, and we in what they call it season. She might want to be in the middle. I'm trying to tell you.
yeah, it's been a while. So
I'm trying to tell you. And there's
What's
my
up, people?
sis, my favorite sis. What's up, sis?
What's up,
What's up,
Sherry?
y'all?
What's
How
What's
going
you
up,
on?
doing, baby
Ken?
girl?
It's been a long time.
It's been a long time. It's been a long time. It really has. And so I even titled the show Real Talk Catchup. I wanted to come back tonight with no specific agenda. Tasha and I, we talk all the time anyway. But I've been telling her, I feel like I'm the Wendy Williams of Facebook world. You know, you
Yeah.
know. What's up,
Yeah.
Terrence? How you doing, my brother? Thanks for
What up,
popping in,
Terrence?
ride with us. And I got some viewers, whoever you are, make yourself known. Say hello. If nothing else, say hello to us. I have missed you guys, so I wanted to come back to bring you and catch you up to speed on what's been going on. And so I thank you guys for hanging in there with me. So as I said, tonight's show is not a specific topic. It's more of letting you know the state of affairs and bringing you up to speed of where things are. You know, um, and I'll start by saying this: Dreamy, what's up, baby? That's my niece, my beautiful niece. Her name fits her. She's a dream. Don't mess
What's
with her
going on,
though.
niece? I know
She,
that's
she,
right.
yeah,
I
don't
know
mess with her
that's
though.
right. Okay.
So thank you for tuning in, niece. So look, I've been gone for I know a month, but I've been kind of inconsistent on and off a little bit here and there. So I want to share with my viewers and just in general with you guys what's been going on. Candy from the Candy Shop, what's up, baby? How you
What's
doing?
up, cousin? How you doing, Candace?
Yes, sir. And yes, sir. So I should be showing these. You know, what's up? So good to see you, Candace, baby. I got to make it back to your show, and hopefully you'll make it back to mine as well. You know what I'm saying? That's dreamy. Yes, sir. Look at her in that
Hmm.
orange dress. I'm gonna have to get on. I'm gonna have to get on her about that.
Uh-oh, watch it.
You
Watch
know.
it.
And Terrence, good to
Yeah.
see you. Good to see you, cuzzo. So here's the thing, though. Been gone. I had recently moved into my new place. You can kind of see a little bit of the background. I'm living up. I'm the Jeffersons a little bit, but I'm doing my thing. But it took a long time to get to a nice place like this. But just getting here, I'm joking about that part. But on a serious note, just trying to get to a place where I can enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? And so, what's going on, Kennard? Yeah, my brother. Nah, we started at 8 o'clock. What's going on, Jenny from the block? So again, moving into my new place, I had a housewarming. The very next morning after my housewarming, my mom was admitted to the hospital. Literally, I came down off of a major high, and it was Sunday morning, and my sister called me. My mom was being rushed to the hospital, and we almost lost our mom. Sherry can attest to this. You know, I caught the flu 2 days after getting that news. And under normal circumstances, I would have taken off work, but I worked through the flu to save my PTO time, thinking I was actually going to be attending a funeral.
Mm.
So Sherry and I had some hard conversations, where we cried and everything because my mom was at that point where we thought it was over. Sherry, am I making this up?
No.
You know,
Mm.
and my mom was her kidneys was at 5%. She was had lost weight. She hadn't eaten in over a week.
Mm.
Without getting into all of that, it was bad. It was as bad as it can get for an 86-year-old woman. And at that point, we thought, okay, well, you know what? Sherry and I was talking real about it, that we have to prepare for what we thought at the time was the inevitable. Now, of course, through our prayers and different family members stepping in, but we literally was planning at that point, thinking that we're going to have to, be prepared for the worst case scenario. So I worked through the flu thinking that I was going to have to take some significant time off to deal with the burial and family issues. By the grace of God, my mom has recovered. They sent her home. She's no longer has the bag on the side where her kidneys are functioning. They've taken off some of the medication. My older sister Juanita is living with her right now. I'm proud to tell you that Eloise Young is as ornery and fussing and mean as ever.
So it's business as usual,
It
huh?
is bit. For anytime you normally would say that about your mother, but what a welcome sight to have her telling you what she ain't gonna do and fussing us out, and back to eating full course meals, grubbing, getting the grub on like she always. My mom went from literally, even when they released her at home, to maybe if you could get her to drink a little bit of water and sip some soup. So we even thought even then this is not going in the right direction. To that nigga is back to eating ham hocks and black eyed peas and everything else. And so
Hey,
and I
that's all
say that
right.
and I say that with
God is good.
love.
God
I
is
say that
good.
with love. That's it, my brother. So and which brings me to why I call this man here my brother. Sometimes God blesses you and enriches you in so many ways. Damn this apartment. I have a decent place. Anybody who knows me, this is where I just happen to live, and I'm proud of it. But don't get me wrong, this means nothing to me. Let me tell you where
Mhm.
my true riches come from. Whenever a door has been closed, God has opened up a window with friends. I've always been rich with friends. I live in a city where I don't have any family, so that in of itself is a challenge because even when I went to the hospital, afraid I was going to be diagnosed with COVID, that would have meant them put me in a hospital, and I don't know what I would do. I don't have any family here. But I want to share something with you guys. Brother Kenny, Hannah and Bert, Brother Brenton, I'm calling you guys out in particular, and it's been others. Quite naturally, I talk to Tasha all the time,
Mm.
sure. But I'm making a special note. Man, these are people that checked on me and gave a damn about me and my mom and how I was doing. And this brother you see it on camera right here, this is the most genuine dude that I've met in my whole life. Brother Kenny, I'm saying this to your face, and I was holding it there. Man, I tell you, you my brother. You
Oh,
know,
man, you
you my
mine
brother,
too, bro. For sure.
I feel that for real. You know what I'm saying? So my love for you
Yeah.
runs deep. And so I appreciate you checking on me in ways there was some low moments to get a message from you guys that hey, how you doing? How you holding up? It was enough for me to get up every day, keep my head up, keep going. So I want to let you know how much I truly appreciated that.
And you most welcome. I am my brother's keeper, as I always say. So it ain't much, but we got to be there for one another, especially when we going
Man, it's
through
it's
something like
everything.
that. Yeah.
It's
So I can
it is
definitely.
everything.
I'm just glad your mom pulled through. I'm glad you pulled through. And just take care of yourself. You know.
That brings me to the catch up. So this is not just going to be what health wise. I am back, doing better, feeling good, working full time. In a very good place. So Tasha and I wanted to come back to kind of let you know some of the things we plan on doing to get this thing kicked off right. We got a lot of good ideas that we've been rolling around. We got something special coming for y'all Trust and believe.
Uh-oh.
Trust and
Uh-oh.
believe. When I do this show, and I'm going to do it next Wednesday, right, Tasha?
Next Wednesday, yeah.
Next Wednesday, y'all gonna say, I know they didn't.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm
shoot.
telling y'all right now, when we kick off next Wednesday show, y'all gonna say, I know they didn't.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
we going someplace that is gonna have you saying, I know they didn't go. We going there, and
Oh,
y'all know we've
wow.
done a lot of stuff on this show, but
Yeah.
we going someplace we haven't gone before, and we gonna go all the way there, real talk style. So I want to let
Okay.
y'all know we back.
Okay.
We got ideas. We back, and we're gonna kick off the winter season, but we also gonna do it a little more strategically as well. So Tasha and I decided we want to keep the Sunday schedule. We think the Wednesday Sunday is a good thing. Because after going through what we went through, you know what we came to realize through all of this? What you just said, Brother Kenny, you have to take care of yourself.
Mhm.
Sometimes we're going so much between work and life and family and obligations until we can run ourselves down. So we're not going to do that. We want this show to be what it originally was envisioned for. We want, when you come hang out with us, it to be fun and to
Mhm.
take your mind away from work and family. So we want to have some great conversations. Tasha, speak to that for me.
Which part? All of it?
And any of it. Chime in. I don't want to monopolize the time.
No, you're not going to monopolize it. No, it definitely, I think not just this year, but with 2020 and with COVID, for both of us, it really redirected us and to learn to prioritize ourselves and to really put ourselves, our mental health and all, just taking care of yourself and making sure that you're okay. And so, yes, we're going to make some changes within the schedule, which we think will benefit not just us, but
Absolutely.
also everyone else as well. So, just really taking that into account. And like you said, I'm excited. I cannot wait for some of these shows. It's gonna be explosive. I think
Oh,
it's gonna be explosive.
We
oh,
just, that's what I
wow.
want y'all to know. We didn't just be off and we coming back unplanned. We got some stuff that we coming back with, that we gonna see if y'all ready for us. Brother Bert, what's going on, my brother? Good to see you. That's just my brother. This dude right here, same thing. Him and his fiance check in on me when they didn't have to. Is the real authentic deal. Love you, brother B. What's up?
Hey, what's going on, everybody? How y'all feeling?
Hey,
We
What's
good,
Bert.
my brother. We
what's
good.
up? What's up, black man?
I'm doing
Yes,
good, man. I
sir.
miss y'all.
Yeah, we
Man,
miss you too, brother.
Lord. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And that's why I wanted to come back tonight. And so, really quickly, we're going to keep the shows on Wednesdays and Sundays. I am going to break from the 2 hour. It's going to be an hour and a half maximum shows. Again, this is all speaking to quality of life and good mental and physical health, which will allow people to tune in, get what they need from us, pop in, say hello, and go back to having a decent time to spend with yourself, your family, whatever you need to do. Sundays, we found that is a very good day. Here in Atlanta, that's a popular day, but Sundays is a great day to do the show, keeping the time where we had it at 6 o'clock. Good time, because if you got kids, you got family, we all have to get ready for the next day. But guess what? For that hour and a half, you just want to come in and get a laugh. We're going to still keep it light, keep it airy, but we want everybody to take care of themselves. We want
Hmm.
everybody to take care
Absolutely.
of themselves. That's what we want to
Facts.
do. Which brings me to the question for tonight. This show is called Real Talk for Real Men. We talk about relationships. I want to know, and I'm gonna be the one. Y'all can tell me if y'all want me to go first. I want to know where everybody is in their love life. So I didn't want to just start this show off with just telling about us. When I said we catching up, I want to catch up with everybody. Sis, stop rolling your big eyes up to the ceiling,
Yeah.
because I want to know where we are
Oh
at
boy.
when it comes to, because we started this journey at the beginning of the year. If you think back, we talked about self-love and dating ourselves. So here we are. We in November. We in cuffing season. Daylight savings times just kicked off. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about y'all. My bed is damn cold. You know,
Yeah.
so I want to see where everybody's at. So, does anybody want to go first, or y'all want me to go first? You know, I ain't scared.
Well, on the panel, it's just basically me, you, and Tasha that's single.
Yup.
So, but you asking about the love life though. So so
I
that
was
so
about,
that
I was
so
about to say.
okay.
I was
So that
about to say.
doesn't it
That's
doesn't
why.
matter if you booed up
No,
or
that's
not. It's
why.
about your love life. Okay,
I want to
gotcha.
know where you're at, since we talk
Okay.
about relationships, even our married and
Hmm.
betrothed is a good word. Betrothed.
Yeah.
You know, I want to know where you're at. What's the state of where you at when it comes to your love life?
Well,
So,
let me go first. Let me go first and get it out the way because
uh
um yes, it is cuffing season. And as I always tell y'all on here, I'm married and single. So
Okay.
and that might confuse
tell us.
y'all.
No,
But
no, no, because no, I ain't gonna let it
Yeah.
confuse us.
Yeah.
Because I want you to
Elaborate.
tell us what that means. What does it mean
yeah,
that you're married and single?
okay, I'm married. I've been married 32 years.
Okay.
But the bottom line is basic when you lose it in the hips, you better get it in the lips. When you get it in the lips and you making me bleed, then guess what? I got to find other situations where that's where it's going. So I'm married and single. So I'm looking at just like y'all talking about cuffing season. I'm looking to be cuffed all around up to. That's what it is. That's
Oh
where
my.
I'm at.
Oh my.
All right. Yeah.
Oh
All
my.
right.
Okay.
All right. All right. She brought us up to speed where she's at.
Yes, she did. Oh my.
We 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 try tell him where we are.
Y'all
I gotta follow that.
y'all,
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
you go
Yes,
ahead.
sir.
Yeah, you go ahead, Bert. It's on you,
Yes,
brother.
sir. Because I'm still contemplating this, and
Look,
this is my sister.
look,
Wow.
y'all sound
everything good
stuck
on
right
my
now.
end. You know, I just got finished celebrating a birthday over in Philly, and she got all my folks to come through. We went on a little cruise, and it was great, man. And I was truly touched. You know, all the people that really mean something to me and my family, they showed up. I'm hard to really surprise, and for her to pull that off, I don't know how she did it in such a short period of time because she didn't know whether I can get to Philly or not, but she made it happen. And man, look, I couldn't ask for a better person in my life, man. Nobody
Oh my
ever do anything
God.
like that for me for my birthday. Seriously.
That's what's up.
You know,
Yeah.
so we good on this end. Everything's straight.
I love it. I
I
love it.
love that too.
You
That's what's
know,
Yep.
up.
we all here single, and that's inspiring for us to hear that,
Hmm.
because I actually need to hear it. And when I get to
Me
myself, I'm
too.
gonna tell you why. I'll tell you why. Kenny or Tasha, one of y'all want to go next? Tasha got that smirk
On,
on her face. Come on, Tasha.
on,
I,
Come
I, I
on,
go
Tasha.
I go ahead.
Okay,
I go ahead and let the two
okay. Kenny,
the two
okay.
hosts. And it's funny that this is the topic of the show because I almost wasn't going to come on tonight because I was like, okay, I got some. But I said I want to come back for Black's, his
Thank
show
you.
since it's been gone. And it's funny that this is the topic because I can honestly be transparent, man. I have been wrestling with loneliness the last like month. I really want companionship. I finally got to that point where, like, you know what? I really do. I really want to open myself up to being in a relationship because I have closed myself off. I'm very hard. I've been disappointed. So I've kind of been if I'm with speaking or trying to get to know somebody, I don't give a whole lot of me out. I keep myself, but now I
Right.
want to be open to that. And I'm just like, yo, man, I want to share some stuff share some time with somebody. So it's funny that you talking about this subject because I've been wrestling with that for probably the last month.
When I say God moves in mysterious ways, this is why this came up, because
Mhm.
Tasha and I just been we're in that same wrestle. You're not wrestling alone, and we came to this moment. So Tasha, talk to us about where you're at and what Kenny just said, so he can understand he's not by himself.
No, you're not by yourself. I will say this, like, but I started a new job back in September, like mid mid to late September. So, really trying to like refocus on that, taking a next step forward. So then I'm ending the year in a better place than where I started. But as far as relationships, we were just having this conversation on, for me, when it is time for me to get back out there, because it's certainly not time right now. The quality of the people of what I will be walking into, but also where. Like I don't know like what to do anymore. Once upon a time, I felt like it was easy to meet someone. At least for me, it was based on like the places that I worked. I don't know. So every day for me is a battle where it's like, do I really want to, or do I just want to keep being by myself? And how long before it's detrimental for me to have been by myself for so long?
Mm.
So it's a tightrope. It's a tightrope, but no, you're
Wow.
not alone.
Yeah.
It's just that it's that time of the year.
Yeah.
It's definitely that time of the year, but like you, Kenny, I've been in the same boat. I never been in this position before. For the most part of my life, I've always kind of coveted the fact that I'm a loner. I like being alone, and like you, I've hit a point where I'm lonely. And I used to actually say I'm alone, but I'm not lonely. I can't say
Me
that
too.
anymore. I can't say that anymore. So when I say God moves in mysterious ways, Tasha and I was having this conversation a couple of Sundays ago, and we were talking about this, the fact that on the one hand, I applauded myself because I moved in a really nice building and I got all these amenities, but in many ways, it imprisoned me because at the same time, it's so many amenities here that I don't have to go out for anything. And being that I work from home, it hit me like a ton of bricks that once upon a time, at least I had a few options available to me because I was going out somewhere, going into an office, and maybe after work, going to a sports bar to have a few drinks, or we would meet to go bowling. When now my walk is downstairs to get a cup of gourmet coffee and back up here. I go to the grocery stores. And so I told Tasha the other week, I said, well, damn it. Even if although I've been working on myself, where am I going to meet somebody? I don't go to church. I don't belong to any organizations. I don't go into an office. I'm not around anybody.
Yeah.
And so where in the world am I going to meet somebody? So like you, Brother Kenny, I want to share. What good is having any of this if you can't share with anybody?
Right.
And I'm at that stage where I don't know what to do right now. I've literally, over the last week, been going to bed, looking at the ceiling, trying to figure out how I can force myself into situations where I might meet somebody. Because just like I tell people, opportunity is no longer going to come up to your door and meet you. Well, ain't no damn ghost going to materialize in my apartment. So,
Right.
and although I joke about getting a plastic woman, I do want a little bit of a heartbeat, and I'm on my sticking myself, you know. So I'm just saying,
You want, you said you want a little bit of heartbeat.
I want a little bit of a heartbeat, you know. Maybe I like the plastic because she ain't gonna say too much or whatever. But I'm telling you, I'm in a crazy place right now. Jenny says she's single, and so to Tasha's point, not only am I single, so I want to ask this of
Let me ask you this, Black,
Go ahead.
because you and I are in our early 50s. When you got, I mean, after dealing with your sickness, did you think that had something to do with it? Thinking like, man, it's something I got something going on,
Yes,
and there's nobody here that can take care of me, because I felt the same
Absolutely.
way when I got sick at the end of August. I was like, I'm a pretty healthy dude, but I had ended up getting mild COVID. The symptoms wasn't bad, but I was like, yo, I was down for 2 weeks, and I was like, man, I have nobody. I mean, I got what I'm saying. I got family around me, but that romantic partner that can really be there for you, I was
No.
like, man, this sucks. For
Kitty,
real.
it really did hit me laying in bed that, well, damn, I don't even have somebody who go get me some lemons to make some lemon tea. Nobody wipe my brow or whatever. That the realization did hit me that I'm really alone here,
Mhm.
and I don't have anybody. So to hear what you said, Bert, it gives me hope.
Me too.
But I'm gonna bring it back to what Tasha says. It gives me hope to see you two have found each other. But Tasha makes a point that scares the shit out of me. When I look around, I don't know where I fit in anymore on November 10th than I did on January 1st. So although I've been abstinent, I don't know where I fit in anymore. I don't even know how to interact with a lot of what's going on anymore. I don't know how to walk. There was a time when you could go to a grocery store and walk down the aisle and meet one. Those Now you approach somebody, you're facing the odd stares and the looks and maybe the comments. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know where to begin anymore. I really and
Mm-hmm.
truly do. You got Tyra chiming in. So it's not just a male problem. I guess they're feeling the same thing on the men end. So I want some help from you guys. Where do I begin? Where do I begin?
Let me ask my single people this question,
Mhm.
because I seem like you all have the same quandary. What is it that's making you feel like out of sorts? Do you feel like what? All right, and let me start off with the men. Do you feel like what you might be coming at to a female is outdated? If that's what you're saying, or
Definitely
you're not
some of that.
sure? Like what is it that's stopping you, or think that you're
Okay.
not in the mix anymore?
That's part of it.
Part of it.
Another part of it, just like where to meet them. I mean, the pandemic kind of changed the way you meet
Absolutely.
people.
Absolutely.
And then obviously we're big on social media, so that's kind of now how you meet somebody, just through social media, sending DMs or whatever. But then too, you got to be careful with that, because some women, I mean, a lot of women say, don't be jumping in my DMs. I mean, it's a quandary. I mean, to be honest with you,
Absolutely.
how to really just being single and meeting single people.
Tasha, bring Brittany up to speed so she know what points you had made about where you're at with your love life.
No, what I was saying is because right now I'm still just not looking. But even when it does come time for me to start looking, I don't know where or even how to fit in. If I will fit in, no, let me rephrase it. I know I'm not going to fit in with this new form of dating. I know that. So I don't know where to even begin. It's the landscaping is so different, and so that's what we're talking about, and I'll elaborate more like once Bert finishes his questions that he had.
Yeah, and I was getting ready to go towards you, Tasha, and you can continue to go, because like what I had for you was like what type of a man are you, like really, like what are you looking for, and like
Perfect question, because Tasha and I had this conversation.
yeah, like what are you looking
Perfect
for, like an
question.
old school cat, or because it seems like whatever is going on right now is just not your twist.
It's definitely this new age. The guys my age, I'm 33. I don't mind saying that, but the guys my age, they're weird. Like, and when I say weird, like it's just not the type of man that I'm looking for. I'm looking for someone who's a grown man, self-assured in what they are, who they are, but also not looking to fit so much into the modern dating era. I ask, like, I would even question and challenge. I think love is becoming a notion that's not going to exist soon. I do think that, just with the landscape of
This is
dating
what we
out
were
here
talking
right
about.
now.
This is
I,
what we were talking
it,
about.
it just seems like people don't base that it's not a factor of relationships anymore. Everything to me is about status and the appearance of how you appear with people in your real life. It's all about the power couples not about an actual partnership. It's definitely not about intimacy. That a lot of those things to me that I believe is important in a relationship, it's not there. But specifically, like what I would be looking for, I'm looking for the blue collar man. I'm not looking for the high value man. I don't want that. I know what I'm looking for. I'm looking for someone who is a hard worker, who is going to, who comes with those old school traditional values, who wants to take care of his woman. That's what I'm looking for. And when I say take care of, I'm not talking about financially. I mean spiritually. That's what I'm looking for.
And just so Tasha, you understand that you clearly aren't feeling that alone. Brittany said, love is about to be a thing of the past. Tyra's
Really
chiming in saying she agreed, romance is gone. Just so you guys know, we've been having these conversations amongst each other. What's up, Adam? Brother Lamar, thank you for
What's up?
chiming in,
What
my
up?
brother.
What up,
Appreciate
Lamar?
you.
What up, Adam?
Yes, sir. And
what
Aaron,
up?
thank you, my
Aaron,
brother.
what's good, brother?
I want to say hello, everybody, because that's when I tell you I'm terrified, Bert, because, okay, she brought up her age. Let me bring up my age. Yeah. We've all seen the movie Malcolm X. And I damn sure ain't afraid to say my age. I'll be 54 years old on January the 5th. I mean, because I'm proud that I made it this long, number one.
You and me both, brother.
You ain't never lied.
Now, having said that, there's a line in the movie when Malcolm is ready to get married and he's wondering about what's a good age. What's up, Karma Dizzy? He said meet at the hotel. We'll get to that in a second. But Karma, what's up, my brother?
Oh, that go Karma Dizzy. Here we go. Here we go.
Karma's back. What's up? What up, Karma? So there you go. But let me say this on the age thing. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad tells Malcolm to pick the right age, half a man's age plus 7. That's what he said. So me and Josh was talking about, is that accurate? So judging from that, because I want to answer your question, Brett, about what I'm looking for, part of what I'm looking for. And part of it is just feeling my methods are outdated. So the funny part is that I'm 54 and the women that kind of seem to be interested in me in their 50s, no disrespect, we don't connect because at 54, I don't know, maybe we're looking for different things or whatever, but that's not what I'm looking for. So half of my age at 54, let's do the math, plus 7.
Yeah,
so you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you do the 27, 28, plus 7 is about 35, 36. It really fits. The minimum age for me would be about 36 years old. You know why? Because I don't identify with the music, the fashion, the food, the traditions from anybody under that age.
Right.
I really and truly don't.
Right.
I want to eat a real meal, not no shit out the box. I don't want to go to a club. I'm okay with sitting around and snuggling watching a good movie. I do want somebody that 36 and up that has an idea of who's the president, what's going on in politics, can have a real conversation, and when I turn on music to get me there, I can't make love to some of this crap that's out there. And so if I put on Johnny Gill and you don't know what track 6 is all about, we're never going to get there.
Right.
We're never going to get there because I can't get Sweaty and Funky to Lil Yahtzee or whoever the hell else they Megan Thee Stallion breaking her knees. God bless you, baby, but I can't do nothing to that. And personally, I'm so sick of twerking that you show me your nasty stinking no good ass one more time, I want to put my foot up in it. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of seeing her ass wiggling around. Cover your musty ass up and put some clothes on. I don't want to see your ass no more.
Now, Black, I'll say this to your point though. That half the age plus 7, that is definitely for men. That's not for women.
Yeah, that's definitely
for women.
Yeah, that's definitely
not apply for women. It's definitely for men. That is not apply for women.
Okay, because thank you for bringing that up. Because you're 33, right? So for you, it would be 16 plus 7. Whoa, I get what you're saying.
No, it's definitely not for women. That's for men. Yeah, because that's why the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said that to Malcolm. He didn't,
Absolutely.
he wasn't telling women that,
Absolutely.
I tried
No,
that.
oh, you tried.
No.
Oh, that's right. You did date younger.
I
That's
tried
right.
She really did.
Yeah.
Hey Tasha, would you are you looking for, or would you be opposed to an older man?
She
I'm
prefers an
looking
older
for an
man.
older man.
Oh, you prefer? Okay.
She
I got
I'm
prefer an
looking
older man.
for an older man.
And say he's right, because for me, I don't want an older woman. Look, I love my oldest ladies and sisters. We can be good friends, but contrary to popular belief, even though I'm 54, there's a lot of smoke under this chimney now.
So how old are you talking about, Brother Black? You say you don't want an older woman. How older?
I'm saying 36. My thing is you need to be old enough to mentally be able to deal, but I need you to do a few little tricks around this joint now. You got to swing from a little chandeliers around there. I got to put a belt around your neck. Older women ain't going for that type of stuff,
Yeah, well, some of these older women are, brother. You just got to find the right one, I guess.
There's always anomalies. There's always anomalies.
That's true. You're right. Yeah.
I want to get to a question Aaron asked. He says, so where do we think the ball was dropped on developing men to be men? Everything is being redefined nowadays. I love the question, Aaron. Where do you think the ball was dropped on where developing men to be men? I know what I think. I want to hear what you guys think.
I think they dropped the ball when they had all these men shaking around here like they women and acting like women and not knowing how to treat a woman. You know what I'm saying? They bring the old school thing back. You know what I'm saying? Opening doors, having respect, put your pants up. I can't deal with none of that. That's just not for me. That's where they dropped the ball.
You're right. And I think that we allowed the media to raise our boys. We really allowed a whole lot of that to raise our boys. The music videos, the movies, because I don't want to put it all on music. It's the whole entertainment industry. We have allowed our whereas we wasn't hands-on with our young men, and some of our older men, they dropped the ball on being there for their sons and helping raise their sons.
That's where I'm gonna go.
So I mean, it's a generational thing that somebody hasn't broken the cycle, and so now everybody is running amok. It's men. Everything is cool. Everything is cool. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we just, especially black men, and our community is the one that's been hit the worst, more so than any other community.
That's where I want to go. I was watching a clip the other night on Dave Chappelle, and he was receiving an award. And of course, everybody know he's in the media right now for cancel culture. But something he said, in case you don't know this about Dave Chappelle, his mom is a college professor. Mm-hmm. And he grew up, she's highly educated. Dad is educated as well. And his mom taught him, he talked about how his mom taught him what a griot is. And in case you don't know what a griot is, it's an African term in African culture. A griot is a keeper of traditions and tales. So there's the older person in the tribe. That person keeps all of the ancestral knowledge, and his role is to pass that down from generation to generation, all of life's lessons. And he was talking about how when in African culture, when a griot dies, it's the equivalent of a library being burned down, because this person who has this wealth of knowledge and information, they're no longer here. And what he was alluding to was the fact that we no longer have any griots. So to your point, Kenny, you talked about the media and music, raising our young men. So to answer your question, Aaron, in my opinion, it's bad enough that we as men, especially in African-American culture, we spent a couple of generations making a bunch of babies that we had no intention of really being there for. Mm-hmm. But not only now do we have a bunch of men, they're being raised in households with women only. No disrespect. I take my hat off to sisters, but I'm a firm believer that a woman can't raise a man to be a man. And so you're only one person. You can't spread yourself around. And add to that now the wealth of knowledge is not being passed along because the media and the world we live in has taken tradition out of homes, God out of schools, and discipline away from everybody. So you have a deadly concoction of young men growing up with no sense of self, no sense of direction. And so you have what you have now. Half of them don't know if they want to wear skinny pants or baggy jeans. Half of them don't know if their legs should be pit behind their ears or if they're supposed to stand up and do something. It's a damn shame what's happening out here. And when we turn on the social media, music, TV, movies, what's being represented out there is unfortunate because it's making that appear to be the norm.
Right.
And so Tasha's left with those choices out there. Now, the older men that are out there to compete, they're forced to try to adapt to a world that we don't fit in. I just refuse to adapt. I don't want to be the old guy in the club. I'm never going to put on skinny jeans.
Right.
And if you bury me in skinny jeans, I'm going to haunt every goddamn body that made the decision to do it.
Hey, Black. And you know another thing too. Some of the youngins and both you all brought up great points. A lot of them are confused now because now they don't know what to do. They don't know whether or not it was good to open a door for a woman and stuff like that. Because now you have this empowerment. And I'm not dogging the ladies. That's not what this is about. But it's just like now they don't know their role because you do have some like me. I always try to instruct my sons the right way on how to handle a lady and how to open the door, whether young, old, or whatever. This is what you do as a man. And now it's just like even the lady will go by, she won't say thank you, or she'll look at him and say like, "You ain't gotta hold the door open me," or like, future. You know, if you say, "Hey, here you go," and like they're trying to talk to you or something like that. That's not the case. You're just being nice. I think a lot of them now are confused because now, and God forbid, if you even say you love a woman, you're a simp.
Right, man. Oh man, you just or
now
you have
it's like you can't love.
Bro.
You ain't supposed to love because she gonna take advantage of you or vice versa.
Right.
It's like so much that's misinformation that's going on out here, and there's so many hurt people that's pushing their agenda, and then you got so many people that are like weak-minded and they're listening to everything that's being said, and they're not realizing you're listening to hurt people, and they're a small subset and a small minority of a group where the majority doesn't think like that, but it seems like the majority thinks that way because of the fact that they're the ones with the bigger voice.
Absolutely.
So everybody's just confused and mixed up out here, and
I agree.
Man, this is a bad time to be single, especially when you're looking for love. When you're looking for
which brings me back to another point that Tasha and I was discussing. I'm gonna go back to where do we go? Because again, we don't want to just kind of lay the problems out. I want to help try to come to some solutions. So earlier in the year, at the beginning of the year, Sherry can attest to this. Tasha can attest to this. I went to my female friends and said, "Hey, look. Keep your eye out for a brother, you know, let a nigga know what's up. You know, if you know somebody out there, you know what I'm saying? But as a man, Kenny, I wonder if you experienced this. You got my single friend. No, they ain't even just single. Sherry, I'm going to put you on the hot spot too. Women, you know what? When you try to tell somebody that look out for you, Tasha and I was talking about this. Something's being lost in translation in terms of either they don't understand what you're Kenny and Barney know exactly where I'm going with this.
I already know.
You know, something is getting lost in terms of me translating and articulating what I'm looking for and in terms of what you think I need. Right. Because I have had friends who call themselves hooking me up. Bird killed himself over there. And again, I love you, and in some cases I appreciate the effort, but hear me, hear me. And if I'm asking you to look out for a brother, don't present to me what you think I need because she's single and he's single. It doesn't work that way. Right. You know what I'm saying? But then of course, Tasha for years. I don't know no women. I don't understand. Yeah.
But you, because I knew I was going to have to defend myself here. But you know I'm not lying. But you know I'm not lying.
I know you don't know nobody, but baby.
Yeah. It's funny that you brought. Yeah, it's
I'm
funny
not
you
gonna
brought that
I'm not
up.
gonna do that. I don't
Yeah.
like the hookup thing. I don't like that.
She hates
Like at
it.
all.
I will take a hookup, except hook me up with what I'm looking for, not what you think I
Exactly.
need.
And that's a lot of
For
times
that
what women
reason.
do. Yeah. And
Go
you know
ahead,
what's
Chuck.
you know what's funny? There was this post today that says sometimes the one that's not your type will treat you right. And I don't believe in that theory because first of all, you got to be my type. So I'm not going to settle and cheat myself, and then I'm selling for someone that's not my type. I'm cheating that person, and I'm cheating myself as well. I'm not. I don't think that's the right theory. So back to what you were saying, Black. Yeah, I've had some friend, some relatives try to say, "Oh, I think you should be good for you." Man, no, cuz no,
Thank
stop.
you.
No,
Thank
I'm
you.
good. No, that ain't no. That's what you think that's good for me. That ain't
Thank you.
that ain't
Thank you.
nah, you totally missed the mark on that. Try again, strike,
You know,
strike
always got a
one.
story. Y'all know, always got a story, right? So one of my good friends, I love her to death. And if you watch it tonight, baby, I love you to death. It is what it is.
Tread softly, Black. Please tread softly.
No, 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 no,
Oh,
no,
the disclaimer.
no, 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 no,
softly
no,
here.
no, 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 no. This is not going to be, anything bad. I promise you. Aaron says
Okay.
self-awareness is key with getting older. You're able to tell quickly if you can
Mhm.
buy.
That's
Thank you,
true.
Aaron. And that's
Yep,
why I
real
said
talk. Yep.
I'll be 54.
Facts.
I know what
Mhm.
I like. I know what I want. I have a really good friend. And she called herself hooking up. It was unofficial. So we all met out to eat. We was gonna hook up. Well, we was gonna link up, and she invited her friend. Look, y'all know it's called Real Talk for a reason, so I gotta talk real. So she tried to be slick about it on the front end and give me a little heads up on the woman. Let's just cut to the chase. So we meet at this restaurant and whatnot. Look, I'm a fat man. That don't mean I want no fat woman.
Yeah.
So
Oh
I'm
man.
sitting there sipping on my little margarita. Here come this big barreling chick coming down with a fist balled up, short hair, mean growl on her face, little old neck, little old head, body and shit,
Oh my God.
dropped down, and happened to be a New Yorker at that. So nothing about this was gonna work. I
Oh
think
my
she probably
goodness.
asleep with a damn fist balled up in a scrunched up face. Nothing about this was gonna work. So for the next couple of hours, I had to sit there and endure the
Oh man.
hookup dinner
Oh
that was
wow.
never going to work on
Yeah.
any level. And bless her heart, her intentions was good, but for future reference, I'm letting you ladies know I am a fat man. I'm a big fat man.
Oh
Don't
boy.
send me no fat woman.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry if you think that damn that's the pot calling the kettle black. It is what it is. I feel like I've earned the right to know what I want, know what I like Aaron says. And again, two fat people laying in the bed, we just gonna be hot and miserable. And shit is just not gonna make no sense.
Which is why I go back to my original point of not liking the hookup, because how
Oh
would
my
you
goodness.
feel if you're that woman and then you hear this description of that? Like I don't want to be on the receiving end of it.
But
So don't do
yeah.
the hookup thing.
But it that works our ways too. I mean, sometimes women, y'all been hooked up with some guys, or you thought your girl was hooking you up with a guy that you was gonna be like compatible, and you hit this dude walk in looking like Flavor Flav and dressed like a pimp, looking like Jerome from Martin. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? So yeah, women, I understand this kind of thing. It works both ways. So I've never had any. I've never had any success with like a friend or family member hooking me up with somebody. So I just tell them don't do it. Nah, we good. Don't.
So
Right,
so
nah.
y'all, where do we go then? So Kenny, for you and I and Tasha, where do we go? How do we find somebody?
Well,
You could-
admit it,
Bert
so
and
I'm waiting on
Sherry.
somebody. to break in. That I live in Memphis, so somebody gonna break in, and that's gonna be Mr.
Yeah.
Damn.
Well, hey, well, at least he gonna have a job.
Damn.
He's a burglar.
Damn.
He got a job.
I'm waiting on somebody.
Damn.
Y'all got people right on here right now. Y'all got women that's pushing in and they saying that they single. Tasha, you single? Maybe some of y'all need to hook up with each other. Y'all ever thought about that?
Well, then it's probably long distance. And see, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not really. I ain't trying to do no long distance. Me personally, not at this
I'm being
point.
honest. Long distance, I'm gonna cheat on you, so we just might as well just.
Yeah, we can just be.
Hey, that's
We
real
can just be pen pals. You know, that's all at this
Have y'all
point.
thought about like
in
this?
town. I'll get you when you're in town. So like that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
At this stage, I would take long distance.
Really like venturing out, like.
That's where I'm
I know
at,
people
Bert.
meet at the oddest places. I mean, like, I know you like to go to the sports place, like the sports bars and stuff like that. Have y'all thought about just like going out to like places like that, or like you really don't want to put yourself out there that? Like,
yeah.
I mean,
I
don't know. Like, that's if you don't like the club, then I get you. I mean, you know, you don't want to go to a club, but I mean, it got to be a place where there's a mixture of folks where you can kind of see where you at or something like that. I don't know. So let me share this with you, Bert. Dating them apps and all that crap.
I've been there and done that. I've done the apps thing, and I'm trying not to go back down the whole stroll because on those apps, it's hoes. It's that's what it is. So I'm trying not to go back down that road. I've done the whole stroll. So I've literally, I swear on the souls of my two brothers, I'm literally this week, as I sit at my desk, I'm compiling a list of places I am going to force myself to go. So again, I don't do clubs. So I literally been Googling a museum, for example, or maybe there's a wine tasting. They have a planetarium show here because I've got to increase my odds of meeting somebody, maybe even in this building. Now that it's the holiday season, I went downstairs and talked to them. And so they're going to be doing some holiday thing. I'm going to start taking my laptop and going downstairs and sitting out in that area. Then maybe on a happen chance I would meet somebody because I can't meet them here. But I'm open to a long distance thing, to believe it or not. That actually would work for me.
It would have to be at least it couldn't be no longer than a 2 or 3 hour car drive for me. Now, if we in different states, I ain't gonna lie, that ain't gonna work for me.
I can do that,
I'm open to a 2 or 3 hour car drive, but like state,
I can do that.
Like if someone was in Atlanta, I couldn't do that. 10 years ago, maybe. Now, nah, because I'm
feel
like,
you.
I'm like, nah.
I would prefer somebody local, but I'm at this stage where because I'm lonely, hell, I think I would take somebody every couple of weeks. You know,
is that settling for you, or you just like that's just where you at?
It is settling. Well, yes and no. You know, Dreamy said meet people on vacations. You're right, Dreamy. I don't take enough vacations. You know.
There you go.
And yes, it's settling in a sense because I want something is better than nothing. You know, but at the same time, it actually works for me in a sense that while I'm still working on myself. Now, see, I'm a realist. If the person is local, she needs to be, again, young enough to be freaky and nasty, but not so young to be nasty and freaky and want it all the time because I can't hang with that. I can only do a cartwheel once, baby. You know, then I got to heal. Then I have to do an Epsom salt bath. So a couple of weeks I can do that, you know.
Well, let me say this. For me, I know I haven't been getting out as much as I used to, and where I would go, because I'm in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. So it's really nice. It's jazz clubs and stuff, and that's my thing. It's nice little bars where you and I'm really trying to get, you know, like I say, the pandemic kind of changed everything. So people, we kind of got used to just being online.
Absolutely.
Just, you know, just flirting and doing all this kind of stuff, you know, online. So it's funny we're talking about this tonight. Just last Saturday, I made myself go out to this nice little bar just to hang out. I just was hanging out, you know, just to kind of get myself back in the routine because I haven't been doing that. I hadn't been out in so long. It's just like, cool. Okay, let me just try to pick one day a week on the weekend where I just go hang out for a couple of hours.
I'm there. Tasha's been to visit me. I could walk up the street to a place and just sit out. There's women and everything. I just got to force myself to do it. So I'm
Right.
there. I want to answer Tyra. As Tyra said, what if you meet someone long distance, but as time progressed, the two can make a decision to move closer? You're right, sweetheart. So that's why I said I'm open to long distance. So I don't know if you lonely and I'm lonely, but
Tasha, would you be like where you're at now? Are you willing to go out like to certain spots just to feel
I gotta get where Kenny's at, and that's the thing. I'm literally putting together a list to force my. I'm making myself trying to make a commitment to myself that when the weekends come, go somewhere, do something to maybe increase your chance. Like he said, just to get back into the rhythm. But even that part is, even if you're there, I'm apprehensive about what to say because we live in this culture now that if you come on too strong, you're a weirdo or
right.
So I'm still lost in terms of not knowing exactly what to say, because my methodology, I think, is outdated. I know here in Atlanta, you don't choose women, they choose you. And I don't like being on the receiving end of somebody dictating what I'm gonna do.
So
Candace,
you're saying that you can't be your most authentic self because you think you're gonna be criticized?
Y'all hear me, y'all know my mouth, and so okay, so if I'm sitting at someplace and I want to have a conversation with somebody, I'm genuinely uncertain about how to even get it started. Because the initial come on line up to let them know I'm interested, I don't know if that works anymore. So when Tasha said at the top of the show that love and intimacy may be a thing of the past, I don't necessarily know if women are even looking for intimacy. They say they are. And it's a great thing to say, but I don't necessarily know if that's really what they're looking for.
Let me say this, Brad. And I don't mean to cut you off, but let me say this. I've thought about this of, like when it does come time and whenever I am ready to meet someone, I'll be honest, I've never had great success in meeting people like out, like at a bar, like meeting people like in a club. Anytime I've ever met someone, I've always been at work, and it's someone who came into my job. So I have considered that if for me to meet someone, I would go back and get a customer facing job just to meet somebody.
I don't want. So Tasha, you already know from me, I hope I never have to step back inside an office. I love the convenience of working from home.
Not an office. I'm saying like I would work like in a warehouse or in retail.
And for me, so there is the trade-off. That for me, I don't want to do that. The pandemic saved my professional life. Tasha, you know this.
And it killed mine.
See, I've heard you tell a story. Yeah, but for me, with the way my mind works and what comes out of my mouth, I love the fact that I don't have to be around people to vocalize the shit that I see and the things, because it saved my professional life. I was always this close to being in HR's office. And that's because I can't stomach some of the things I see. And we live in a world now where everybody has a pronoun. So if I got to look at you and I can clearly see you a man, but I got to call you a she, we got a problem. Nigga, you a nigga. Stop bullshitting around,
It is what it is.
Yeah. But at least at home, I can hit my mute and take myself off camera and say, well, look at this shit here,
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you.
Candace say, I would never, sweetheart, baby, working. Yeah, it was tough. I called it being on stage, I always thought Candace worked across from me. I didn't know her story or whatever. I thought she was attractive. But Candace, you should know this, sweetheart, and Kennard, forgive me. I thought all kinds of nasty, filthy thoughts about you. Thank God.
Oh, God, dog. Oh, boy.
And I don't mean that she was a bad person, but I'm saying what goes on up here,
Black is
I had
full
to
of
keep it in You
He's
know,
in
so
full
my
effect.
thing was, so it saved my life. It saved my life. And, you know, because she was, let me tell you something, Candace, it was so professional, so good at her job, it made her attractive. She know her shit. She does her thing.
Mhm.
Working from home saved my life that I don't have to. So Tasha, I can't go back into that environment. I don't think I could function in that environment anymore.
That's what I would do.
Mm.
Candace is like, oh my God. Yes. Oh, for the record, Candace, I wasn't the only one who was thinking that now. T. Scott and quite a few other people. I want you to think that I'm sitting up there by myself now. I'm just gonna tell you now.
Well, you done threw the other brothers under the bus, huh, Black?
Hey, you know, I'm keeping it real. You know, what's going on, Miss Hannah? How you doing?
I'm so sorry I'm late.
Baby, thank you for showing up.
It's
People don't
good
realize.
seeing you
Come late.
again.
Come. It's good. Oh, I miss y'all.
It's good to be seen, ain't it?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Hannah and Bert, y'all need to take Freddie to Philly. He'll find one over there.
Okay, so which brings me to my last part. I'm okay with the hookup. Just hear what I'm looking for.
Right.
Look,
Just know what I like. I mean, don't
please,
hook
Sherry.
me up with somebody that you think you like. No,
Right.
that ain't. No, don't do that. I ain't
If
gonna do
y'all
that.
run across that woman that y'all know body wise, I'm an ass man. She can be a little nasty. The snacks can be a little musty, not funky, a little musty. She don't mind traveling. Keep me in mind.
I walk in
Too
on?
musty or none of that.
You look, you pass women and see, we like to pretend that we don't know. You know when somebody's a little musty.
No, because if you have to describe a woman, if basically don't hook him up with anybody, if you have to say, well, she has a nice personality, don't do that. That's not what he's looking for.
Really?
If you have to use that in this as a top description, don't do that. He's not gonna want that.
Really? Okay, so we coming down to this point to put it out there. So I'm gonna start with you, sis. You said you married, but you also a little single. Look, I'm gonna put you out there. What would you be looking for? What's your ideal situation that you are looking for? What works? What's in your bag?
First of all, a nice gentleman that got a job, that smells clean. You understand? That know how to treat a woman, take you out sometime, have a date night. You know what I'm saying? Don't be having no pants dragging down. Has no all that talking about you're gonna hang in with the boys and all that. Gotta have friends around. I can't deal with none of that. I'm 52
What
years old.
age group are we talking about, sis? For you, what's your age group?
Well, for me, I can't. To what I see out here, I can't fuck with nothing that's under about 40. And I'm 52.
Okay. So 40 up to what age?
And I don't want nothing that's like over 55. I don't want no old ass man dragging around, stinking, funky. And
hold on now. Hold on now, God damn it. I'm almost 54 and I ain't dragging around here funky. You put me in that age group almost.
No, you got a lot of them that's around here. They don't really want to wash. They want to sit around, smell like being gay and all that kind of shit. No.
Sis, are
so
you
40 to 55.
Been gay.
Yes, they be rubbing around.
And peppermints. Bing
Sherry,
peppermints.
What about ethnicity? 40 to 55, traditional, treats, know how to go on a date. Are you only interested in African Americans, or are you willing to date outside your race?
Nah, that's one thing I told y'all before. Outside my race, I can't deal with that. White men, I don't like them at all. You understand? And that's where my problem be. I can't deal with no white man. Excuse me, I don't like pink dicks. It gotta be brown. I don't suck dick, so that's out of the question. I tell them that from the gate. Listen, it's a lot of shit with me. That's
what did I walk in on?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Hold on. What about Asian or what about Latina?
Asian.
Brother, I'm your sister. Asian men, they have nothing for me. I probably would beat them. You know that. And Chinese stink. They have a smell to them I cannot stand.
That
or
is so
whatever.
racist. That is so racist.
You know,
The Real Talk for Real Men does not
We
advocate the
gonna get
views of
canceled.
Sherry.
We
What
gonna get
in
canceled.
the?
I'm
That
being
is so racist.
Oh
I'm
my.
We gonna
I
get
mean,
canceled.
I'm just a black
I
brother.
am not gonna
That is
follow.
so
Brother,
racist.
I can't date outside my race. My daughter always tell me that, but I cannot. They just I can't get with them.
So for you, it's got to be a black man. What's up, Joseph?
What up,
And I don't,
Joseph?
Welcome to the party, brother Kennard.
I don't even like
What up,
light skin.
fam?
Tyrus open. She said outside her race, her biggest concern
Yeah, what's
is
going
how
on? What
she
y'all
treat
talking about?
her and her
Hey,
children.
Kennard.
I
Okay,
don't like.
What
hang on,
online? I'm trying to read.
Tasha, I'm gonna come to you.
Okay.
I'm getting you my ladies out the way. Ideally, seriously, what would you be describe what you be looking for? And I'm asking for a reason that if I run across somebody that I think
Don't
fit
hook
the
me up.
bills, I want you telling me what you're looking for. You
Let me just
know,
meet him organically, or let him manifest in front of me through God's
so
will.
you're not even open to somebody recommending somebody.
No, seriously, no. I don't want anybody doing the hookup. Even if you feel like it's gonna be a good fit, don't do the hookup. Just let me meet somebody organically. Just let it be like that. But no, for me, I am not as I don't have so many restrictions on the race thing. He could be he could be whatever. But as far as the age, 38 to 42 is what I'd be looking in. 38 to 42. I'd go as old as 45, but any older, like you getting
Ooh,
close
that's
to
a
like my
tight
dad's
window,
age.
Tasha. Ooh, that's a tight window, baby.
I said I'd go up to 45. So 38 to 45, like right up in there. But
Okay.
ideally to 42. Someone I know that this is going to be even
So,
harder.
I have no shot of using them pillows for winter.
Negative.
I'm not gonna.
Negative.
I'm not gonna.
Negative. You can use the pillows, but it ain't gonna be me in there. But
No,
it's okay.
Oh,
you,
damn. You're
you
gonna be
It
know,
ain't
by
gonna be me in
yourself.
there.
You're gonna be
So
by yourself with them
uh,
pillows. Oh
yeah,
shoot.
see, I know this is gonna be hard. Ideally, I would want someone who does not want children, because I'm not gonna give you
that's
any
big.
children.
That's big. That's
I'm,
big.
I'm not doing it. Okay, I'm not
That's
doing
big.
it. So if that's
That's
like
big.
a big thing for somebody, it's a deal breaker. And I'm not gonna lead you on with that either. I'm not gonna promise you one thing.
I got you.
Any race, that doesn't matter to me. I don't care. I'm looking for somebody who does work with their hands. So if you are like a contractor or somebody, I am looking for somebody who wants to build me my dream home. I'll even date a farmer. I'm telling you, I am not opposed, like at all.
Okay.
I do
Okay.
want somebody who works with their hands, someone who is traditional and, who is looking for partnership and looking really just to be with someone and to grow old with someone. That's what I'm looking for.
Okay. I'm saving my married people. Hannah, Bird, y'all coupled up, but Kennard, I'm saving y'all for last. Believe it or not, I got a question for y'all. But brother Kenny, in case that somebody is maybe sees something you might like, this is your chance to tell the viewers what you're looking for. What is it you'd be looking for?
First of all, I'm gonna go. I'm a man, so physically, I want someone someone that's nicely put together. Let me say this, ladies, you ain't got to be perfect, but someone that's nicely put together, curves, I'm not a real big guy, but I work out and I'm pretty decent. So I can't have no woman that's like 40, 50 pounds bigger than me. That's not what I'm attracted to. So, it's the physical thing like that. I just have to have a physical attraction first and foremost, and then we just have to have this. You have to just have this dope conversation where we can just talk and be silly. You can't take yourself serious. I want someone that loves to laugh. Don't take yourself serious. And just be yourself. And outside of that, man, just be my best friend. We just have to that connection. We can be homies and lovers and friends. And understand me and allow me to be me. Because sometimes, I have to be comfortable around you and allow me to be comfortable around you and be able to talk to you. Because sometimes women, like if I want to express myself. Sometimes women won't really listen to what you're saying. They not listening to understand you. They listening to respond. So I want someone that's a good listener again, and just be a comedian because I'm a comedian part-time. Just to let you know that I do shows on Facebook from some time to time. So you got to have a great sense of humor.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Kanard, I'm coming to you, my brother. As one of the resident married, what advice would you give for us, male or female, out here in terms of finding the real thing now? Give us some advice, brother.
Well, some of it is, I understand the type thing. I can say that, Candace is my type. At the same time, sometimes you can limit yourself by having this specific type because sometimes that type may not even be realistic for you.
Right.
And you play on this type and you are hell bent on this person being the type to where you miss out on the opportunity to find someone that you're truly compatible with. Because I remember in my past, I thought I had a certain type, but over time that type kind of changes based on, where I'm at in life and things of that nature. So I'll just say, don't limit yourself with the types. Don't limit yourself with the rules that you have set forth as deal breakers that may not even be deal breakers once you actually get at the point of attack in these relationships. And I think that's where so many people fall by the wayside, is that the type and what they think they should be with, which is fair, but at the same time, don't limit yourself as far as opportunity wise by being so set on what you think your type is, because you may wind up getting with that type and it might not even be good for you. So that's the advice I have on that particular subject.
I love it. I love it. I love that advice. Absolutely. Hannah and Bert, you guys have found each other. Give us some insight in terms of where we should maybe even be looking, or maybe something in terms of what we should be doing to open ourselves up, because you guys found each other.
I'll go. So I'll say this. I mean, I did shoot my shot this way. So people say, "Oh, women shouldn't do this. Women shouldn't shoot their shot."
I like that you said that.
Yeah,
I
I'm
like
glad you
that.
said that.
I like you said that.
Didn't know he was interested though when I shot it. I just was, well, actually, I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't going to. And a friend of mine who knew both of us was like, just do it. Just put it out there. And I was like, all right, I did it. And immediately, he was on it.
Yeah, she shot from 50.
I did. He was like, got it.
Yeah, she was like Chef Curry.
Yeah, I did. So I would say if you're interested in someone, don't be afraid of rejection. Like if you're interested, it's no reason to. If you want what you want, if they reject you, then you know. But don't downplay and listen to others, because people will tell you, "Oh, women shouldn't shoot their shot. Women shouldn't do this. Women shouldn't do that. A man should do this. A man should do that." You do whatever is comfortable for you. Because had I not said anything, because apparently, even though we worked in the same office, somebody thought I was mean. Which I was. I'm not gonna lie.
You're right. I'm glad you're talking about this, Hannah.
Right. Me too.
I'm glad she's bringing this up.
I'm really listening.
Yeah.
But in all, we actually were looking at each other, but not communicating. So had I not communicated, you don't never know. We would be together right now, or he might have waited. But I was giving off that energy. Don't speak to me. Don't look at me. Don't say nothing to me. And I can admit that now, even though I was interested. So I would just say, just do what's best for you, and don't worry about what other people think, because you might be missing out on your future or the person you really want to be with because you worried about others instead of worried about what you want to do.
Okay, Brother
I'm
Bird,
glad.
what you want to add to that? But
Thank you, Hannah.
you
I
gave some value.
appreciate
You
that.
gave some value.
Now,
Yeah, I would just say, you know, you just be your most authentic and your most truest self. And no matter who you talk to, 'cause I know Black, you were saying like you don't know like how a woman would take you or anything like that because how the way you are. But to some women, that might be charming. They might like somebody that's so outgoing, that's so much of an extrovert like that, and that can make them laugh because you're a funny dude. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you know, you gotta be yourself, and you can't overthink this thing. You know, there's somebody out there for all of us. You know what I mean? No matter what, no matter how they look, no matter what the case is. But at the end of the day, they're meant for you. But you got to still be yourself. And they're going to accept you for who you are. Those who don't, then that's another plan. There's somebody else for them. They're not for you. But you just got to be yourself, and you got to put yourself out there.
I thank you for saying that too, Brother Bird.
yeah, for real.
Because
real
I
talk.
do tend to overthink things.
Me too. Me too.
At this stage of my life, and maybe I don't know, maybe So thank you for you guys are giving some really valuable information.
Some good nuggets, real good nuggets.
And I want to ask the ladies in general, Tasha, Hannah, Sherry, in 2021, we're not talking about come on lines. We know those don't work. Help me. I'm asking for me. I don't know if this is for Kenny, but I'm asking for me. What is the right approach now? Because I don't go to clubs or whatever. So if I know somebody that I think I might be interested, what is the approach now that you guys think works for somebody? I'm not hip enough anymore I'm not going to fall in anybody's DMs. I'm being honest. I'm asking for myself for real.
That's a good question.
What is the approach? What seriously, if right now, if I have somebody in mind that I think I might be interested in, what's the right approach now? What works in 2021?
Can I speak? Anybody else?
Yeah, it's ladies.
I'm begging you, baby.
Yeah, we were asking for the ladies.
Every woman, we're all different. Me, I'm a direct approach person. And that's because I'm not gonna lie, I'm a very direct person. So I feel like just be you. A lot of women, I think this, no matter what the woman is, no matter how much money you have, nobody wants somebody faking and frauding. Like, just be you. If you approach somebody and you're you and they don't accept it, then that's not the one for you. But I think authentically, it's so many people out here that want to fraud and front and pretend they this and that. They pretend they got this and that. Nobody really wants to deal with somebody who's not authentically themselves. So if it was me, I just want you to be real. Even if now I'm not gonna say if you saying I'm broke and live in my mom's house and I'm sliding left because I'm not doing that.
Right. No, I'm not talking about that.
But I'm saying if y'all of a certain status. So you as yourself, if you do the direct approach and just let you know like this is me. I'm not into this. I'm not if you don't text, then don't text. Let them know. I prefer a conversation over the phone. They're either going to accept it or reject it. If you into texting, let them know.
So question, do you currently have single female friends?
Yeah, I have 2.
So with them, what works with them? Is it a guy walking out?
Is her name out there?
No. So I'm talking. No, so hear me out for a second. What works for them? Is it a guy coming up asking
what they
for
look
their
like?
number?
What they look like?
I ain't even got to that part yet. But I was thinking it, but I wasn't gonna ask that part yet.
I was.
That's right.
Okay, so let's supersede that. What they look like?
Well,
and I'm looking at your face. I'm looking at your face.
One, she's pretty, but she wouldn't be Kenny's type.
What does that mean?
Yeah, what you mean she wouldn't be my type?
Because y'all women, y'all don't describe women right.
Oh, she's 50 pounds bigger than me? Okay.
Yes. But she's working on it because back in the day, she was never like that. Like, she was just, I mean, like, bop, bop, bop. I ain't gonna front. She had the body. But she trying to get back to that stage. We old and we gained a little weight. But she's working hard to get back to the... But she always told me the only thing she wants is somebody to be themselves. Then she do like little roughnecks, everybody different. She do like them.
Let's push her to the side. What about the other one?
Damn. But no, okay, I'll go back to the other one. Not the gold digger. But she's like me, so she don't care what you are. Just don't lie to her, and just be direct.
Hold on, what do you mean she's like you? She's built like you?
She used to be. I mean, I ain't gonna say my body, but
Boy,
yeah,
anytime women say you
we
used to
the
be,
same.
anytime women say she used to be, we ain't talking about used to be. We talking about now.
What is
So
she
now
now?
she is bigger, but she's been working out 3 times a week.
Okay.
So both of them big.
We're not going to wait. We're not going to wait. But I'm just saying, her being single, she always told me she just wants a guy to be themselves.
Okay.
I'm just saying. So she has a beautiful personality.
And you think you gotta lie? You can just call her and say, "I'm working late. I can't come."
Right.
She'll be like, "Okay."
Okay.
But she has a beautiful personality, right?
What you say?
She has a beautiful personality, right?
Yes. Just don't lie. Like you can literally tell her anything. You can say anything, and she's like, "Okay," but if she knows it's a lie, she's
so
pissed.
Bird, you're a man. We're gonna cut. I'm gonna show you. This show gonna show the difference between men and women.
Don't put him in that position. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Don't put Bird in there.
Don't put him in that position.
Okay. Fair. Tasha looking out for you, Bird.
I know. Tasha looking out for
Tasha looking out for you. Okay. But so let me ask you this. But the question I was going to ask is, even with these single, beautiful, intelligent women with great personalities, and then she leaves. I was about to. You know stop. So Sherry, we left with you. You and Cherish, y'all know women. What works? Mm-hmm. How do these women want to be approached?
Right.
Is it still okay for a man to step to them raw and say, "Hey, I'm feeling you, about"? Does that work? And if that does happen, what are they looking? Do I got to tell them what I drive and how much I make? What works? What are they looking for, sis? The single women that you know.
It depends. It depends. You understand? I'm from New York, so they have a different type of approach up in New York.
Tell us. I might one of them New York nasty, filthy, no good bitches. So tell me what they looking for.
And that's what I'm telling you. And in New York, yeah, the thing is that nice, decent friends that I have, it'll be nice men. You was talking the other day. I said, if you could, you approach a woman, ask them, I like your personality. Maybe we should go out for brunch and lunch. You know what I'm saying? But the regular ragamuffin ones here, yeah, they be interested in what you drive, what you can give them, all this other stuff. I don't deal with them type of, I don't have them kind of friends.
We ain't talking about you. You keep going back to you. I'm talking about these nasty New York rat bitches.
Yo,
I'm sorry.
No, you can approach a New York woman.
Let me be almost serious. There's some beautiful women in New York, so let me stop. I don't want to offend my New York women.
Right.
There's some beautiful. Jenny from the block is from New York. Love you, Jenny. Love you, Jenny. For real.
Jenny, meet Kenny. But Kenny don't want a long distance relationship. Jenny, meet Kenny. I don't care what nobody says.
Tyra's in
Sherry, stop
Tyra,
it.
you in Memphis, right? I think Tyra's in Memphis.
Sherry,
Tyra said intellectual conversation is a big turn on. Dreamy said you got to be real. Keep it real.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
So
my goodness.
For real. Yeah. Okay. So Tyra says she in Memphis. Memphis is my second home.
Right.
I love Memphis women. Y'all got the right connection of country and ghetto and hard workiness. So, I love Memphis women. I love Memphis. I would have still been in Memphis if the crime wasn't so bad.
Not rough.
I like a woman with a little bit of ghetto in her for me. I like
a little bit of edge.
I like a little bit of hood.
There you go.
I really do.
Yeah.
Like when Kenny talked about not taking yourself too serious, Memphis women, from my experience, they ride or die. They down with you. They're not lazy. They work. Half of them have 2 jobs. I love them, and they got this the right amount of ghetto in them, but at the same time, it's mixed with the right amount of femininity. Because
Yeah.
even though they ghetto, they still get their hair done, their nails done, their toes done, you know. And so I like that nice little mix. I really do.
So you want righteous ratchet?
Absolutely, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah. I
I'm gonna
think
just last.
Go ahead, Kennard.
yeah, I think as we, kind of delve into this topic, I think a lot of it is a lot of conditional overthinking.
Okay.
I think we're really overthinking this thing to where I've heard a couple of the panelists say that it's really conditional on that moment, on that particular situation when you're approaching somebody, and it's like I think when we overthink it, we wind up putting ourselves out of the game to begin with. When things flow naturally, when things flow to a degree that, okay, we got this chemistry, man, I really like you, so next, I don't have a lot of time now, so let me get your number now and we can connect a little bit later on to where we could talk. I think the traditionalism of the courting situation has been so skewed because of what social media has dictated that we're overthinking this.
I
We're,
agree.
we're
I
really
think
overthinking
you
this
got a
I
point.
agree.
But I think I got a point,
I
because
agree.
Kennard.
because I think women want to be approached and to be courted and to be, but when we're approaching a woman with this, hey baby, I saw you from across the room and I all this other bullshit, like they just want to be naturally approached. And I think even as
Hmm.
a man, you know this, but we're trying too hard. I think with the dating and relationships, because the social media has gotten us out of our natural element of the approach, that we just trying too hard and we're failing miserably at this.
Hmm.
So brother
I agree.
Kennard, because we're about to come to an end, I agree 100% with you in principle. I don't necessarily know if that's what I see, and again, I'm this is just me what I see. I'm wrong, but I love everything what you're saying, and in principle, so you're giving me a lot to think about, to go back and reevaluate. Am I overthinking this? And I really want to do this show as a catch up to where we are, because this is going to be the launching pad for the next few shows. Just so you guys know, we're going to get back to the basics. We're going to get back to having this level of conversation about relationships on its foundation core level, because to me that's how we really get to the answers. I've had a great year, but I want to get back to this place where we're talking about real conversation in a real way, where we don't have all the answers.
Right.
And that's what's going to happen as we go forward. So as I told the audience at the top of my viewers at the top of the show, we've got a wild ride scheduled for you guys, coming up. Tasha and I have kicked around some good ideas. We're going to go some places that we haven't gone before. My very next show on Wednesday, we going someplace we've never been, and we're going to see what you guys think of. Oh yeah, we're going to see what you guys think about it. And so I want to get back to a point where we're having this type of conversation with each other, because this is when we at our most authentic and real and most vulnerable. And this is what made me love doing it in the first place. So if I can't love a real woman right now, I want to fall in love all over again with real talk for real love,
Yeah, that's what's
and
up.
I'll end it for anybody watching this from me. I'm open to a long distance relationship. If she got a fat pumping ass on her, decent personality, and willing to travel, she gets an invitation. I'll try her out.
And
So
let me end it my part with this too. Instead of always looking for red flags in people, look for green flags. Look for
very good.
look for the positive in somebody that you like. Yo, that person could be dope. I like some of the things, instead of always saying the first thing. Oh, that's a red flag. That's a red flag. Let's start looking for green flags in one another, and let's stop this gender wars.
So
Men
I want
against
to
women,
show.
women against men. Let's stop it, man. Because
So on
that's
that
why we,
note, I
that's why
want
we
to shout
single
out my
people
brother
can't find
Dizzy.
love. So
So I
anyway,
want to
that's
shout
my
out
thought.
my brother Dizzy as we close out. Dizzy, I think you need to make a trip to Memphis. You got Big
Right,
Mac in Memphis.
right,
You got
right,
Ira
right,
in Memphis. You
right,
already
right,
said
right,
ain't nothing like a Memphis Waffle House woman.
right,
My
right,
brother, do
right,
yourself a favor, go to Memphis and see what's popping there.
right,
Kenyatta,
right.
Miss Jana, I miss you too, baby. When you come into Atlanta, cause never mind. When you come into Atlanta,
You know what?
yeah,
Go, go.
baby, come on to Atlanta.
Shut
All right,
up.
folks, I told y'all.
No, brother, and I gotta tell you. Let me just say this, and for the record, when I didn't see nothing in Memphis that was I was interested in when I was down there. I don't like the way they
Okay.
talk. The fireman that tried to June tried to hook me up with. He come calling me to my can he take me to breakfast. He thought we could be fucking by 11. And I told him I think not.
How
That
many
can't work
years
for me.
ago? So, sister, I'm
I
gonna
don't
say
care.
this. That was a lot of years ago.
It's
Don't shoot
disgusting.
down Memphis.
No.
What you don't like about Memphis is they ain't going for that New York ish. Well, y'all talking
So
about
when you
give me
so when you
some Hennessy.
so you don't like Sierra, you don't like the way them boys in Memphis say Maine. Come on,
No,
man.
And
they
I'm
there
a,
say
you,
they
she didn't like
no.
it. She didn't like it. She didn't like it,
That's it
Kennard,
right there.
cause they
Mm.
wouldn't put up with that New York
be
ish.
like, what
And
up,
that's what it
man?
is. That's
Oh,
what it is. They wouldn't put up with that New York ish. But I love my
Yes.
New Yorkers too. Kiana say you not no baby. If you show up right about now, I'm gonna be so bad.
And at the end of the
Oh,
show,
what in
and all we got to
the?
say left is in Jesus' name, amen. Close the show, Black. That's
I don't think Jesus on the man right now.
in
You
Jesus'
think
name.
it's
No, let it
Jesus?
close. Amen. Mm-mm.
She keep coming, baby. I I ain't been happy in a little bit, so I
Oh
need to
man,
tap in.
y'all might have take this off.
Look like
Okay,
Cyber
it's time to get in the DMs. Time to jump in the
Did
DMs.
I
Look,
come in on the wrong
Time to
side?
cut it.
look.
Time to get in the
Thank
DMs.
y'all for showing back up.
Lee, like, all
We
right,
are
that's it,
back.
Lord.
We are back. Just so y'all know, we are back. So thank you. I love you guys. I have truly missed you guys, even though it's been a long day. Man, y'all have risen my soul and brought a lot of energy to me. We back, you guys. So have a great rest of the week. Great weekend. Be good to yourselves. Be healthy. And we're going to always keep it real. Until the next edition of Real Talk for Real Men, God bless everybody. Y'all have a good night.
All right. Good
Peace.
night.